Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, Mr. Gino. Happy Easter weekend to you as well, my man. Likewise, I'm hoping that we got some good hits here tonight. Last couple weeks have been pretty solid. I'm hoping we get some nice hits here for somebody tonight. Appreciate the pod. Yeah, likewise, Gino. I've been uh I've been on RSA's website studying up, making sure I got some of the names down. But man, let me tell you, the RSA website for hockey, there are so many hockey jerseys that could be in the RSA box. How's it going, Darren? Appreciate the positivity as well. In case anybody's new and doesn't know what Gino's referring to, next week for the first time, we are going to run out the signed hockey jersey from RSA. So if anybody's interested, it will be a first for me. Now I'm a pretty big Blackhawks fan. I know a lot about the Blackhawks. Not very good team at the moment, but up and coming. Definitely had their years in the mid 2010s. So definitely some good ones there. But if anybody's interested, they are currently live, the auctions for hockey for next week. And if you scan this QR code, you can take a look at some of the jerseys that are on RSA's website in terms of what could be there for hockey. Now, there is no one set checklist. When it comes to RSA, they kind of rotate week to week, which kind of keeps things fresh. But man, let me tell you, there are some big ones on there. I was just looking for like the Blackhawks and some of the other teams that I know people are interested in. And there's some good names. Hey, what's going on, John Reed? How's everything? Yeah, hockey should be good. I'm looking forward to it. All right. We'll give it another minute or two, but I think we're up to about 7 people now. So in terms of the break tonight, we'll go in order. Just like we usually open up, we'll open up with the Gold Rush autograph jersey for the black bag. This is the football edition. Then we'll scoot over to Gold Rush for the 2024 autograph baseball. This is for Series 4. And then we'll end with the baseball bat from RSA. After we finish the baseball bat from RSA this week we do have our Facebook group customer or group appreciation freebie break. So we are going to be busting open a 2020 hanger box of Playbook. This is from Panini. And there are some nice cards in here then in terms of what we're looking for, but there are some exclusive orange parallels that we're after. And when it comes to being orange, I mean, if we can get a Herbert or Burrow, I think this would be a big hit for somebody. We had 6 people on the Facebook group that are in the drawing for tonight. So after we finish the baseball bat, I'll go ahead and randomize those 6 names on screen for everybody that's interested for the Facebook group guys. And then I will open it on screen and ship it out to the lucky winner free of charge. Now, if anybody's interested in future customer appreciation, group member appreciation breaks, you just have to sign up for the Facebook group. I did put a link here in the video description. All you got to do is request to join. I am adding people. I think I added 2 or 3 people this week, so we're up to 25 or 26 people. I'm going to try to do group appreciation, customer appreciation, at least once every month. So a couple things I'm looking for next month. I've got illusions from 2020. So similar, a lot of those rookie quarterbacks that are in the NFL right now that are pretty good names. Of course, there are some chase cards in there as well. And I've got some NBA hoops. So I don't know. We've done some football. We did some baseball. So maybe NBA hoops next month, if that's something you're interested in. Again, completely free. All you have to do is drop a 1 into the post that I make, and then I will randomize it and then send it out for free. Again, just as a thank you for me. So going along with thank yous, I want to thank everybody for jumping in the breaks this week. As I always do, I'll start by thanking the guys that have been here. Some guys from week 1. We're currently rocking in week 11 this week. I also want to thank the guys that, came a couple weeks in, or the guys that just joined. I can definitely tell you that when I was running through the invoices and kind of combining some shipping this week. I did have a lot of new names, so that was exciting to see some new people that are here. So I want to say thank you to everybody. I appreciate it. We are completely sold out again for this week, and that doesn't happen with you guys helping me out buying multiple teams. I did have one person reach out to me about the shipping. So just a friendly reminder that it is $199 for shipping, but that's for as many teams as you want, and that's across all breaks. So let's say that you were going to get one team from every break, one team for the black bag, one for the baseball bat, one for the baseball. Just wait until all the auctions are done. Once all the auctions are done, I'll go online, I'll update the invoice, combine all your shipping, and it will just go to $199. So if you buy one team, it'll be $199. If you buy 10 teams, it'll be $199. And of course, that just kind of alleviates some of the packaging and some of the shipping costs for me as well. So to keep costs down, that's what I decided to do. Otherwise, if I didn't have the $199 shipping, then I would have to raise the price across the board for all the items. And if you watch my introductory video, the whole point of what I'm trying to do here is keep the cost low. Obviously, if you guys are bidding against each other for spots, that's one thing. But entry level cost, trying to keep it there, that $399, $499. Maybe eventually we'll get bigger items, but that's the plan. So if you have any questions about shipping, let me know. Otherwise, I received some positive feedback, some positive messages, and for that, I thank you guys. You guys don't have to do that, but definitely makes it enjoyable for me. So I want to make sure that I said thank you. All right, guys. So that's the plan for today. Like I said, black bag, baseball bat, followed by the Facebook group appreciation. So we're going to dive right in. So since we're all sold out, we'll dive right into it. As we always begin, we'll begin with the black bag. We've had some nice hits out of here. A lot of quarterbacks, wide receivers, some big recent names. And I thought we've had pretty good luck out of this guy so far. So it seems to be a staple. We'll continue rocking it since people seem to enjoy it. As always, I'm going to take you on a trip around the bag just to make sure for transparency purposes that everything is in order. As I always say, if I was on your sides and not on the side that I am, I mean, I was in breaks for 5 years, still am in breaks occasionally, maybe not as much as I used to be. I always like when people were transparent about the items. Again, this is just to make sure that you know that the item is exactly in the same condition as I received it from the distributor. Of course, I don't know what's in the items. We're going to find out together. I'm hoping that it's something good. I'm hoping it's a hit for somebody that's here. After all, you guys jumped in the break. You helped me out. So I want to make sure that, we're getting some of the best hits we possibly can. And in the last couple of weeks, we definitely have delivered. I should also remind everybody, especially since we do have some new guys that joined in the breaks this week, that eBay is going to require that I mark all the items as shipped, whether or not your team hits or not. You'll see after the break that almost every single team will get marked as shipped. The only ones that won't get marked as shipped right away are the ones that actually do end up hitting the memorabilia that's inside of the bags. For those people, it will take me a little bit to get those packed up. But then when you see your shipping update, you'll also see a tracking number. The tracking number is confirmation that your team was the one that hits, and then you'll be receiving the memorabilia from that box, or in this case, this bag. So if you're a team that doesn't end up hitting the memorabilia, you will see your item marked as shipped. Of course, the breaks are more fun when you end up hitting the items, but as I've said the last couple of weeks, it's really just a numbers game. A couple more teams that you get improve your odds, and if it's not this week, maybe it could be next week. I think a perfect example is one of our guys right from the beginning, who's been here since week one. Hadn't really hit any big hits until last week, and of course ended up hitting for a hometown team, and that was awesome. So don't be discouraged, guys. I appreciate all the positivity in the chat. Whether or not you end up getting the item, but being positive for somebody else, that means a lot to me. And of course, I'm going to be positive for everybody here. So just hang with it. If it's not your week this week, that doesn't mean it can't be next week or going forward. You get no pressure buying into the breaks. Whenever that day comes, I'm hoping that that item is for you and it ends up being for your team. All right, enough talking. Let's get to it, guys. Our first break for tonight is going to be the Gold Rush autographed jersey black bag edition for football. I've got the stream up on my phone. Obviously, you guys got the stream up as well. If there's anything you notice on your end, just give me a holler. Otherwise, we're going to get into it. All right. So our first one tonight is going to be this guy. Good luck to all teams. Let's dive in. All right. I am seeing some crimson and some whites. All right. So we have Branch. This is Branch on some crimson and whites. And this is number 14. Number 14. Got a nice autograph over here. So I got a nice autograph with the number 14 inscription. It is Beckett authenticated. So we'll have to take a peek together. Immediately, I'm thinking that this might be an Alabama jersey. I wonder if this might be a Dion branch, if I'm not mistaken, but I'll go take a look just to make sure with you. So if you want to go look with me for Beckett authentication, this is W119561. W119561. Of course, I'll go take a look at it. Number 14. This is for Branch. It's telling me Dion Branch, but I might be mistaken. So I'm going to go take a look with you. I'll leave it here on screen. I'll flip it over so that I can see the Beckett one more time of authentication. We can look it up together. So 14, Branch. All right, I'm going to scoot over to Beckett, and then we'll take a look. All right, so one more time. This is W119. If anybody's interested in looking with me, W119. And this is 561. All right. All right, so this is Brian Branch, not Dion Branch. So then let's look him up. Brian Branch, we'll go to Pro Football Reference. All right, 1 second, guys. Try that one more time. For whatever reason, it timed me out on Pro Football Focus. Yeah, I'm still looking up, John Ree. Sorry for the delay. I'm just making sure here. All right, Brian Branch is going out to the Detroit Lions. This is his college Alabama jersey. So it is the Alabama jersey. It looks like he was drafted in 2023. He was taken by the Detroit Lions in the second round, 45th overall. And he is still currently playing for the Detroit Lions. So Detroit Lions this week. Detroit Lions is going out to Justin K. So this is Justin K. So Justin K on the Dion Branch. Not Dion Branch, and Brian Branch, I'm sorry. So I've got Brian Branch. And this one going out to the Detroit Lions and Justin K. So Justin K, we got a nice autograph here with the 14 inscription. And of course, the Beckett authentication. All right. So I'll leave this guy on screen. Congrats to Justin. Justin is one of the first-time guys to jump into the breaks this week. So congrats. Appreciate the positivity as always, Darren. So I'll leave this one on screen so that we have it. We'll tuck it up here on the baseball bat as we get to it. But to be drafted in the second round, so I'd say that's a pretty decent hit to start. All right, guys. We will move on to the baseball. Last week we hit a baseball for Ken M. It was a Kyle Tucker, and of course Kyle Tucker proceeded for the next following week to absolutely mash the ball for the Chicago Cubs, hitting several home runs and making me even more jealous of the fact that Ken M got the baseball from last week. So I'm hoping that we get a big one here this week for somebody as well. Maybe not necessarily a Cubs team that I enjoy, but maybe for somebody else's team. But I mean, Cubs as well. There are a lot of Cubs on the checklist, so I'm hoping that somebody here gets a big hit. So we'll take you a trip box. Again, same idea as the bag, transparency purposes. Now, I say it every week. I'm not sponsored by Gold Rush, but hey, if somebody from Gold Rush is watching, wants to sponsor the Call Your Shot Sports Breaks, give all the people in the break room a better deal on the breaks, that would be awesome. But the real reason that I like Gold Rush is not only does it have some of the biggest hits in the game, You've got a cellophane wrapping product, but you also have that patented secondary seal. So this is the secondary seal, and of course on the secondary seal itself, you can see here that the seal is in order, and of course never been opened, never tampered with. So that way it confirms that we've never opened it and we have no idea what's inside the products. All right, guys. So this is our second break for tonight. This is Gold Rush 2024 Autograph Baseball Series 4. Good luck to all teams. Let's get into it. Good luck to everybody out there. How about a big hit for somebody? All right, start with the cellophane wrapping. All right. And then here we have the patented secondary seal. Again, as you can see, in good shape. All right, guys, here we go. Got a couple nice hits out of this one. I think we hit a Vladdy Baby. We hit the Kyle Tucker. How about another nice one for somebody? All right, there goes the secondary seal. Good luck to all teams. Now this one's kind of a pain in the butt to open, so give me a second to make sure I can do it. This one, a little bit of a pain in the butt. There we go. All right. All right. I'd say this is a nice hit, and I think I know who this is going to. The nice thing about these Gold Rush baseballs is they print on the back of the box the name, so that I don't have to spend a bunch of time looking it up. But I think I know where this is going, and this is a nice hit. So I'll put it up the screen. I don't know if anybody wants to take a shot at predicting it. I don't know how good you guys are at MLB autographs. I think I would have predicted this one had I not been right in front of it staring at the box. I don't know. Anybody want to take a shot at it before I reveal it? It's a nice one. All right. I don't see anybody in the chat, so I'm going to go ahead and reveal it. So then there's your autograph. Looking around the ball itself, it is Beckett authenticated. So if you're looking for the Beckett authentication, this is 2W356151. And of course, if you didn't recognize the autograph, this autograph is Mr. John Smoltz. John Smoltz. Heck of a pitcher. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this one is going out to the Atlanta Braves, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, I'll go take a peek at it, but I'm pretty sure this is an Atlanta Braves hit. So John Smoltz, that is a nice autograph. That is a nice baseball. Man, I've been impressed with the Gold Rush baseball products in general. I'm generally impressed by Gold Rush. That's why I include it in the breaks that I do. But man, we've opened 3 of these so far, and I'll say that I have not been disappointed by any of them. So we'll go take a peek at John Smoltz. I'm pretty sure this is a Atlanta Braves hit, but I want to be sure. I'll go look on Pro Baseball Reference real fast. All right, 20 years on the Atlanta Braves, 1 year for Boston, 1 year for St. Louis. And when it came to games, 708 games for the Atlanta Braves, 8 games for the Boston Red Sox, and 7 games for the St. Louis Cardinals. This is an Atlanta Braves hit, and a great one. So Atlanta Braves taking home the baseball this week. And in terms of the Atlanta Braves for this week on the baseball, Atlanta Braves this week is Ryan W. So Ryan W., congrats. Ryan, another one of our first timers. So Ryan W. takes home the John Smoltz baseball. So Ryan W., congrats. Welcome to the break room. Thanks for taking multiple teams this week. And of course, Ryan W. headed your way Monday morning. John Smoltz on a signed baseball. I agree. That's a sweet one. That's a very nice picture. The Beckett authentication. And of course, if you want to check it out before then. So again, is Beckett authenticated. Give it a second to, there we go. 2W356151. John Smoltz coming your way. Ryan W. Thanks again for jumping in this week. All right. So I'll take this one. I'll put it up here so that we still have it on screen. Our last break of the nights will be the baseball bat. So I don't always ask every week, but if you haven't done so already, if you're watching these videos week to week, if you could subscribe or just like the video. I know we don't have hundreds of people watching, but it does help things kind of move up in the algorithm just a little bit. And maybe then it would have a little bit more exposure to some people that have not seen the breaks. So if it's not too much to ask, if you haven't done so already, if you could like, if you could subscribe. Of course, you don't have to, no pressure. But if it's not much for you to do, then I would appreciate it. All right, guys, we have our last break of the evening. Of course, this is the autographed baseball bat from RSA. Now, when it comes to the autographed baseball bat from RSA, similar to what I was talking about with the hockey jersey, kind of a rotating list. Even since when I first checked these out a couple months ago, I think the list has changed. So if you're somebody that's interested in seeing them, maybe you didn't get in the break this week. I think I have baseball scheduled to come back about 2 weeks. Next week, I think we're doing hockey and football. Hockey because it's been requested by some of the guys that have been here for a while. And then we're also doing football because of the NFL draft. So if you're anything like me, I'm excited about the draft. I'm excited to see what my Chicago Bears are going to do. Hopefully they don't disappoint. But in terms of this guy, so if you haven't seen this one before, look for current superstars, all-time greats, Hall of Famers, rookies, and more. It's kind of harder to predict the baseball bats. I'll tell you that because they don't just have like a color of the jersey or something that can give it away. So a lot of times we're going to have to look these ones up. Also, when it comes to transparency, if you're looking around the box itself, you'll see that along the middle of the box, there really is no tape. That part of the box is solid. So let me just walk you over here. This is going to be the barrel side of the bat here. And when it comes to RSA, you can see that's the tape that they have. They don't offer a secondary seal. But let me just walk you around real quick to make sure that you can see that the tape is in good order. Of course, as always, I have no idea what's inside. I'm going to find out with you. So this is the barrel side. I think that will suffice in terms of taking a trip around. Let me bring over the knob side. Similar fashion, I'll just walk you around it just to make sure you could see from your ends that everything's in good order, everything's in shape. All right, guys. So the last break of the night, I'd say so far so good. 2 pretty solid hits. John Smoltz on the baseball, and we had Brian Branch on the jersey. So Smoltz going into the Atlanta Braves, and then Brian Branch going to the Detroit Lions. All right, guys. So we are going to open it up on the barrel side, as we have done the last couple times, just because that's where the autograph is. Of course, as soon as I open it up, I'll chuck the box so that we're just looking at the bat itself. So let's do it. We had a lot of people interested in the baseball bat, so I'm hoping that it goes to somebody good, and hopefully it's a big hit. How about one of these current superstars that they're advertising on the box itself? All right, guys, let's get after it. Our last break of the night, and then we'll do our Facebook group appreciation. So good luck to all teams. Here we go. So I'll open up both sides of the tape here on the box. Again, this is the barrel side. Once I open it up, I'll take the bat out. I'll chuck the box. We'll take a peek at what we got. All right, guys. Good luck to all teams. All right. I'm seeing, I think, a black baseball bat this week. All right. Now, I think I am familiar with this autograph because I believe I have a very similar one in my collection as well. So we'll take a look at it. Very nice, very sharp autograph. Is a black baseball bat, a black Louisville Slugger. This is the Pro Stock Louisville Slugger. And of course, here we have the silver Sharpie on a black baseball bat, which in my opinion is the way to go. Very sharp, very clean. Now, I don't know if anybody knows autograph like I do. Taking a look at it, just kind of going around. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is Frank Thomas. I'll double check here. But I believe this to be Frank Thomas. And I believe this to be a Chicago White Sox hit. I'll double check here momentarily. I don't know if anybody else is keen on baseball autographs. In terms of the authentication, it's here on the end. I was kind of worried there. I didn't see it. Looks like it is Beckett authenticated. So I'll swing that around so you guys can see it as best as I can. It's kind of tucked away here. I think we can see it. This is a 1W. This is 868020. So one more time, 1W, 868020 on the Beckett. And then I believe it to be Frank Thomas. I'm going to check it out, though. I'm going to leave it on screen here so everybody can see it. And just like I did for the Brian Branch, I'll take a look with you. But that's a very sharp-looking signature. We'll take a look at it together. All right, we'll go back to Beckett. So if you want to do it with me, I've got 1W868. Zero 20. All right. 7 6. All right. It is Frank Thomas. And it says he did sign here recently. So this was in 2024 in California. And we'll just make sure. I believe it to be a White Sox hit. But I'll be sure. Take a look at Pro Baseball Reference. All right, guys. Now, when it comes to Frank Thomas, 16 years on the Chicago White Sox, 2 years for Oakland, 2 years for Toronto. This is a Chicago White Sox hit on the Frank Thomas baseball bat. And this week for the baseball bat, when it comes to the Chicago White Sox, we've got Darren. Darren, congrats. So Darren is officially on a heater. Last week, took home the Baker Mayfield jersey for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This week we got Darren, a very nice hit for the Chicago White Sox. Frank Thomas, black baseball bat with a silver Sharpie auto. Darren, congrats, my man. This one coming your way Monday morning, or actually Monday afternoon, sorry. This one I can't drop off Monday morning when the post office isn't open. I have to hand it to somebody in the afternoon because it just won't fit where I can leave it without somebody possibly taking it. So I like handing these baseball bats off to somebody. That's nice. It's pro stock on the black Louisville Slugger. Yeah, no problem, Darren. Congrats. All right, guys. So quick recap for anybody that kind of jumped in late. As I just mentioned, we had the Frank Thomas black baseball bat with the silver Sharpie for Darren. That went out to the Chicago White Sox. We did have the John Smoltz. This guy was for the Atlanta Braves. And this one, I believe, went out to Ryan W. First timer, if I'm not mistaken. And then we had a Brian Branch. A Brian Branch here. This went out to the Detroit Lions spot. And I believe this was Justin K. I'll make sure on my list here, but Justin K., another first-time guy this week. So we did have some first-time luck for a couple guys. And then we had some luck for one of the OGs in the room for Darren. Yeah, Detroit Lions went out to Justin K. All right, guys. So that will complete the main part of the break for tonight. But as I mentioned, we do have one more order of business to take care of. And when it comes to that, this is for the Facebook members. So we do have 6 names for the playbook this week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Now, the last couple of times I've done this, it took a second to go there. Yeah, sorry, Jean-Marie. I know, my man. I know if you've been in the breaks for several weeks. And like I tried to say earlier, my man, just stick with it. I know that the breaks are more fun. I know that this week might be a bust again, but there's nothing to say that your week's not coming. And it's not to say that you can't have a couple weeks in a row. So, yeah, that's the nature of the beast. But stick with it. Again, no pressure to jump in, but it's really just a numbers game. And the more you try, the better it goes. I'm sorry, John Reed. Better luck next time. I'm pulling for you. I know you've been here for several weeks in a row. All right. I appreciate that positivity, Gino. All right, guys. So give it a second here. First thing I want to do is I'll pull up my dice. Anytime that I do the randomizer, I like to pull up 2 dice. What I'll do is I'll go to random.org. These 2 dice, I'm going to roll these 2 dice. I think you guys can now see it because I think I can see it on my end as well. Just let me know if you can't. I'm going to roll these 2 dice, and that's going to tell us how many times we're going to randomize the list from Facebook. So here we go. We're just going to roll the 2 dice one time. So let's do it. So let's roll these 2 dice one time. And I got 3. So that means when we have the list, we're going to randomize the list 3 times. I'm hoping that everybody can see it there on their ends. Just let me know that if you guys can't. So I have 3. So I'm going to take 3. I'm going to go over to the list. I'm going to share that list with you guys of the names. Again, I'm going to second just to make sure that you guys can see it, because I know on my end, for whatever reason, it just takes a little bit of a lag. So it takes a couple of seconds to share with you guys. But I'll give it a second just because I can see it there as well. Thanks, Darren. All right. So then I think we have the names here. So then if you look at the list for this week, I think I can see it on my phone stream now. You'll see that there are the 6 names. So what I did is I went to Facebook, and in the order that I received the people's comments for joining the break, or at least joining the group member appreciation break. Number 1, we got Gino. Number 2, we got Bobby. Number 3, we got Jonathan. Number 4, we got Darren. Number 5, we got Ken. And number 6, we got John. All right, so those are the 6 guys that jumped into the Facebook appreciation. We know from the 2 dice that we're going to roll this guy 3 times. We're going to randomize it. So here we go. We're on random.org, and then you guys can see the list. So let's do it. So then here will be 1. Bobby C on top, Gino on the bottom. Here will be number 2. And if you look at the bottom here, you'll see that it says the list has been randomized 2 times. So we are going to randomize it 1 last and final time. So then here we go, guys. The last and final time, according to the 2 dice this week. The 3rd and final time, the name on top takes it. This one's going out to Ken. So in this case, you see that Ken is on top here. So in this case, Ken had a big week last week when it came to a couple of the breaks that we had. So congrats, Ken. The list was randomized 3 times. And of course, Ken on top there. All right. So I don't know if Ken is with us here today, but we will break it live here for Ken. So whether he's here or not, he can go back and take a peek at it. So congrats, Ken. Yeah, that's pretty funny, Darren. Yeah, he had a nice hit last week. I was jealous. Of course, as a Cubs fan, that Kyle Tucker is really nice, and this last week that Kyle Tucker had, man, it made me even more jealous. All right. So like I said, for next month, for those people that maybe weren't involved this month, but maybe might be interested next month, I think we'll do maybe the NBA hoops, but we also have some illusions coming up at some point. So feel free if you guys want to join the Facebook group. If it's not too much to ask, just go on there, request to join. Then here after the break, I will go ahead and accept those people. So that way, if you guys want, you could definitely jump in the future. We got a great group of guys on Facebook, some nice conversations that are being had, some positivity. So I'm happy with where it's at, and I hope that it continues to grow. All right, so here we have it. This is 2020 Playbook. And of course, this is from Panini. We are looking for the Hanger Box exclusive orange parallels. So as always, we'll take you on a quick trip around the box. Again, this one's going out to Ken M, free of charge. So again, Ken, congrats. So let's do it. Let's get into it. And of course, at the end of the box, Ken, I'll go ahead and take care of any big cards that we end up getting. So I might not do it on screen just for sake of the video, but rest assured, I'll sleeve up the nice cards, top loaders if we hit anything real nice, and make sure that I take care of it when I send it out to you. So there goes the cellophane wrapping. Let's get into it. Let's see what happens. Again, when it comes to the hangers, here's how the cards are presented. All right, so then if you take a look at the box, nothing else inside. All right, here we go. Again, we're looking for some of those exclusive orange parallels. Let's do it. All right, so I'll go one by one on the cards here, and then we'll stop and appreciate any hits that come along the way. I think the main things that we want are right there in the middle. So I don't know if you guys can see it or if you can see that, Ken, but some of those cards there in the middle, I think those are the ones that we want. So here we go. We've got Adam Thielen. He's back on the Vikings. Austin Hooper. We've got Tom Brady on the Bucks. We've got Byron Jones for the Dolphins. Joey Bosa for the Chargers. Ryan Kerrigan for the Washington football team. Jack Doyle for the Colts. Of course, they flip the cards on us. Sony Michel for the Patriots. Melvin Gordon III for the Broncos. Aaron Jones for the Packers. Aaron Donald for the Rams. Dak Prescott for the Cowboys. Patrick Mahomes for the Chiefs. Matthew Stafford for the Lions. Brandon Cooks for the Texans. Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers. All right. I think here's the good stuff. All right. Devin Singletary, Zoning Commission for the Buffalo Bills. Jared Goff, Playbook Captains for the Rams. Next up, Jalen Reagor for the Philadelphia Eagles. Ronald Jones II for the Tampa Bay Bucks on the Blitz card. I think here come the rookies. Trevon Diggs for the Cowboys. Devin Duvernay for the Baltimore Ravens. Jeremy Chin for the Carolina Panthers. Javon Kinlaw for the San Francisco 49ers. Jake Fromm for the Bills. Matt Ryan for the Atlanta Falcons. And DK Metcalf for the Seattle Seahawks. Carson Wentz for the Philadelphia Eagles. Desmond Patman for the Colts. And last but not least, Josiah DeGuara for the Packers. All right, Ken. Sorry there were no orange parallels, no crazy hits. I mean, some nice little inserts, but nothing too crazy. I think when it did come to the orange parallel, I think that the Matt Ryan, I think, is what we got. I think I see some orange there on the bottom. So we got Matt Ryan. I think another one of these, a couple other orange parallels. No, I think there's no, I think those last couple cards were all the orange parallels, actually. So nothing super crazy, but nonetheless, Ken, congrats. Hopefully next time there'll be something a little bit bigger in there. Maybe one of those rookie quarterbacks would have been nice to see. So what I'll do, Ken, is I'll run back through these, and then for the nicer cards, I'll top sleeve them. I'll throw them in a penny sleeve, and then I'll make sure that these are wrapped up nice and tight and taken care of as I send them out to you. So again, Ken, congrats. We ran through the cards on screen for the 2020 Panini Playbook. All right, guys, that will complete the break for this week. Yeah, sorry about that, Gino, my man. Peace out. Until next week, my man. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your weekend. Everybody else, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I want to say thanks again. Thanks for making it enjoyable for me, and thanks for helping fill the break. I'm hoping that next week we bring some positivity and bring some good luck to the hockey jerseys as well as the football. We'll do Gold Rush and we'll do another black bag. Hopefully people are excited about the draft and hopefully something big comes out of it. Yeah, thank you, Gino. Or thanks, Aaron, and thanks, Gino. And if you guys celebrate Easter, happy Easter to all those that celebrate. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks again, guys. Until next time. See ya.